Hi, my name is Rabbi Alisa Zilbershtein. I work at the congregation Bas Tikva here in Toronto. And when the war in Ukraine broke out, I was in New York. I was completing my rabbinic education, and I came to Canada for safety. My grandma, she was a home front worker in the time of the Second World War. She was very young. She did not fight in the war, but she was working very, very hard to support the country and the army. So she always told me about that. A lot of stories of what she did. She worked in the factory and she was very young and all of that. And she taught me that you cannot sit and wait until someone will come and rescue you because you are the rescuer. I communicate a lot with people in Ukraine and I consult soldiers as a spiritual support. And we talk a lot about what's going on in their lives and what is the situation. And I do have some insight. And what I can tell you, though there are certain limitations and I cannot go really into any details, but I can tell you that it's very, very difficult situation. This 2 years, people are extremely tired. Everyone tired. Soldiers are tired. Volunteers are tired. And the losses are great. There are cities and towns that are completely wiped out, leveled to the ground, nothing left. Huge territories are burned to the ground and in the forests, the fields. And it is very painful to see that. And it is extremely, extremely sad and I would say depressing to see that none of that are on the news anymore. It's like everyone forgot about it, but at least that's the feeling that I get from the people in Ukraine and specifically soldiers, that no one cares anymore and they're on their own. They're very brave. They don't give up. They will fight till the end. But I also do hear often them saying, we don't know if we're going to win, but we will die fighting. And it's very hard. Every day more houses destroyed, more people are killed. Like, it's not improving in any sense at all. And I don't blame people for not knowing that, because how would they know it if it's not on the news? I know people who safely escaped and they came to Canada, and I talked to them and I asked them, so how are you feeling about this, about heading into the third year of the war? Have you adjusted? How are you feeling being in Canada? And there is a whole spectrum, of course, of how people feel. Some people come here with a conviction that they will stay here. They know right away. Some people come here saying we are only temporary here. We want to go back. Some people come here and decide to go back. They try to build a life here. It's not successful because it's very challenging, and they go back. There are people who are very involved in volunteer work, like myself. And there are people who are not involved because they just don't have time, energy, and resources. Like, if you want to help, you need to be stable yourself first. And if you are struggling to find work or a place to live, then of course you cannot help anyone who is back home. All of these people, they typically have friends and family left there. And of course, there is a sense of guilt. There is a sense of, was it the right decision to come here? Was it the right decision to leave my own people and my country? I have to say, we have these conversations with my partner. Was it the right decision to come to Canada? We hope so, but the guilt is very present. And I do get a lot of sense of people feeling abandoned, feeling that everyone has forgotten about them, that people don't care about the war in Ukraine that much anymore. And this is a kind of a message that I would like to share with my Canadian friends, is that even if you don't see the headlines about Ukraine, you can always dig a little bit deeper, read the information about it, just know that if news are not reporting anything, it doesn't mean the situation is stabilized or that everything is fine. The situation is getting worse day by day. So you have to be active in that. There are other things that you can do. You can spread the information. You can talk to people about that. You can find organizations and offer your help, because the more you kind of the more activities you do, the better impact it has. You can help people here in Canada, and you can definitely help people who are in Ukraine.